call this meeting to order. Great.
I told him,
He signed it with a crayon.
I told him we should get that right.
We're gonna call the meeting to order here. We have roll call, Greg Nivens,
Here.
Lee Richards is absent, Randall Boswell, here, Shane Walker, here, Geraldine Walker.
Here.
All right, all present besides Lee Richards. And we need motion to approve the minutes for the last meeting held in April of 2024. Greg made a motion, I have a second.
Yeah.
Randall seconds the motion, any discussion? No discussion being had, all four, say aye. All four. Motion passed. All right. So, next on the agenda, we have the health department location. We, not printed out, but the location that we have located, of course, we went over and seen a few of them, and just a second here. I know we got the recorder on, but I need to put this recorder on too. Okay, this is a budget meeting, April 24, 2024. And all present, besides Lee Richards, he's absent. We had a motion by Greg Nivens to accept the minutes from April 3rd, 2024, seconded by Randall, all four on that. We are now discussing the next part of the agenda, which is the health department location. So we went over on the bypass and looked at the property over there. There's a couple of lots over there, it's 5 acre tracts. Needed a lot of work, a lot of backfill, a lot of issues that we saw. The price was high at the top, and it would have took a lot of money away from the building.
Is that the Mason property there?
No, it would have been,
Across from
TCAP?
Savage. Oh, on that side, over
yeah,
there, okay.
there was 3 owners.
Savage, Winningham.
Yeah, that's it, it's at Winningham, so.
Okay, yeah.
So, their property up above the Tractor Supply is the next, location that we looked. We went up there, kinda fell in love with it, and, the owner of that property is actually willing to work with us. Came up with a good price on that. There's, we're gonna have to get it surveyed, but there's like 12 point something acres altogether. To buy all of it was actually cheaper than to buy half. So, y'all wanna talk, Josh, I'll let you kind of explain this to them if you want to.
Sure. I can start with kind of the budget. This grant is all ARP funding, and it's a once in a generational grant. The county does have a match portion, but you can use the purchase of the land as part of your match, or the entirety of your match, if it's surveyed and appraises for that. The county's responsibility is $432,000. The state is paying $6,356,500. So that's a deal that you probably never come across again. The biggest thing with the land, the 12 acres, the health department probably doesn't need the full 12 acres. We can get it surveyed, surveyed off, and whatever, what do you need, 5 or 6 acres?
Probably 5 or 6.
So 5 or 6 acres, and if you're what you're going to pay for the entirety of the property, your $432,000 would be all your match tied up in the land. So after that, the building part of $6,356,500 would be funded by the state.
Which is a good location up above. They get great visibility.
Yeah, we really like the site. I mean, it works well.
That's a good place, good location.
It's going to have a little site work, a little dirt work, but Anywhere you go, you're gonna have that, and it's a lot less than the TCAP property.
Well, he's already done, moved a lot of dirt.
He's moved a bunch of dirt, yes, sir.
You know, dirt talking.
Oh, that's there.
They wanted, for 5 acres, 400 and something like that, for the entirety, it's 880 for the 12 acres up there, so. He really worked with us. He said that he could get 7, 8 times his money selling it in half-acre lots is what he wanted to do, but he's wanted to help his county, and the citizens in his county, so he's really come out a long way. He gave us 60 days to kind of give him a letter of intent, of what we wanted to do on that. And we've looked everywhere really, and those are
Yeah,
the
that's
two feasible places, and
it's really your best option that I've seen. Don't you agree, Lisa?
We get to pick a litter, site location when we go in there.
Yes, sir.
Pick out where we wanna go.
And there's actually road access, that will take you out to, the new bypass that they've done through there that goes to Ball State.
That is all fenced.
No, we've got a right of way through there.
Oh,
If
okay.
that land comes with the right of way that runs out there. So it could possibly have 2 entrances, one from the back and one from the front,
Now, did
if need be.
the state put that fence up, or who put the fence all the way up?
I'd say.
But there's a road
The state property.
that comes out back there in the back.
Yeah.
Opportunity though for
It used
Overton
to
County
come-
to have a purchase of land and a facility for that amount of money is so rare, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And, you know, it'll still be county property, so it's your property, it's your assets and,
Yeah.
you know, it's just, you're not even paying for it.
The road
And if the
access that
building
he's talking about to come
happens
over,
to you, the building reverts back to the county.
over
right?
284 there was an old road come across that property before, and come across 84 before they built the new bypass on through there.
You won't need that, wouldn't need that, access.
No, that road that he's talking about.
It just
Come
comes with
across
that
and went
easement.
around, so there was already an easement there, you know, with that property.
It comes
When they
with that
cut the road to it.
But
So
it'll have
maybe
that,
that-
what's that called, Roses Drive or something like that?
I'm not sure. I didn't look at the street.
Yeah,
name.
something like that, that used to be roads in that store.
But it goes up by where the Huddle House used to be, traffic light goes in that way, but it just came that easy from the back to be able to access if need be.
It's a safe location for our kids and our patients too, to
Yeah.
be, you know, away from the busy road, get off and up on a hill enough to really give a good secure location where, it's visible coming into town.
Where's that now?
Yeah,
There's
there's
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
traffic.
zone now, you know,
Yeah.
traffic and everything else, so.
That's city floods.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. That whole area is,
I've
just cattails.
seen it along, flood many times.
The pond just needs to get bigger every once in a while for the fish to grow.
All right, any other discussion on that?
Both sides of the road is cattails.
Do I have a motion?
I'd make a motion, we
Randall.
go forward with it.
Randall made a motion, do I have a second?
Sure.
Greg makes a second, any other discussion? No other discussion, let's see, Geraldine,
Yes.
Shane? Yes. Randall?
Yes.
Greg?
Yeah.
And then, of course, let's see, all 4 on that. All right, so moving on past that, guys, that's anything that y'all,
Next steps is probably to determine where you want the health department property to be and get it surveyed. You know, 5 or 6 acres is what we're gonna need for the health department. Get that land surveyed and get a licensed appraiser to appraise that 6 acres or 5 acres or whatever it is, and I'm sure it's gonna be more than your county match, so your county match of $432,000 will be satisfied with that land purchase.
I'd say it appraised, the 6 acres appraised for more than that.
Yeah,
That's
I do.
where it's at, I mean.
So, you guys need to go out and see where you want it
Well,
we've been out there.
We've been, yeah, I just want to,
at?
Which
you know,
which end of the, when you go up, of course, road's about the middle of where it goes up
It is.
there, you know.
I think a lot of it's gonna determine what your plans are for the other land, if you're going to
Yeah.
purchase that. That's gonna depend on what else and, you know, your egress
Future.
and ingress on what you need
Right.
up there, so.
We'll go per, look, and then we'll get with the architect and see which is best for the building location.
Is there already like a sample plan of what the building will look like?
The architect's coming up with it.
their Upland Design is working on it. We're building 17 buildings across the state that are getting new ones. And the other 70 or so are getting $500,000 worth of renovations. So, we got an idea of a plan that we want. It's generalized, but the exterior of the building is all gonna be up to the commission and the mayor, how you guys want it to look, the aesthetics and all that kind of stuff. Really, all we'll be worried about is the floor plan and the interior design for the clinic, you know.
How many rooms was there total on that new building?
I'm not sure. We'll have to sit down and do a program
Okay.
with Upland and see how many clinic rooms we need, which is probably 10 or 12.
At least, yeah.
The building size is gonna be about 12,500 to 13,000 square feet. And building costs right now are about 400 to 450 a square foot.
It's gonna be a big building. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
I've seen some kind of samples that he showed me through Upland, so.
Yeah, and budget wise, I'm not really concerned with you guys in Overton County because we put enough money in this contract. Your original contract was $5,850,000, but we had some contingency money at the state, and we split it up between the 17 new facilities, and you guys got an additional $938,500 for inflationary costs. It's all state funded, so no match to that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Overton, DeKalb, Macon, White, and Warren are the 5 counties in the Upper Cumberland getting a new building.
You said you were with over the health department now?
Yes, I'm the new county director. My name's
Sorry,
Summer
new
Matthews, sorry.
She's the new Andy.
Oh, you're the new Andy?
You're
Yeah.
the new
I'm
Andy.
Andy.
I was wondering, I kept thinking, well, when he get Andy, probably see where he wants it at.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I forgot. Now, what's your name?
Summer Matthews.
Summer Matthews.
She works
Which
really close with Andy
Matthews?
too, so.
You from this county?
No, Fentress County.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Jamestown.
Jamestown.
Jimtown.
Yeah.
And what's your maiden name?
Carnahan.
What?
Carnahan. No.
Cargyle?
No, not Cargyle. Carnahan.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't introduce you. I just figured everybody knew who he was because we've met so many
Several
times.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
I'm
to
Greg
meet you.
Nivens.
Nice
So
to
what
meet
about Megan Reader?
you. What about Megan?
She's
She's still there.
Yeah, I know Megan there.
She's top notch. That's for
She
sure.
is.
But this is Bumbelow. It's Jennifer.
Lisa Bumble.
I put her in my phone as Jennifer.
I've just been interim Andy for the last 4 months,
Yeah.
so I'm just helping, and I'm actually the director in Putnam County.
Okay, can I call you back here just a minute? I'm make you kind of.
She's been helping us out
Okay,
a
I'll
lot.
call you back here
and,
just look.
it was kind of a running joke because I put her in my phone as Jennifer and her name's Lisa.
I answered.
No, I know, I'm used to know all of my wife retired from over there. She was a nurse practitioner. She retired here 4 or 5 years ago over
Over where?
health department.
At Kugel?
No,
Who was that?
Rebecca Thompson.
Well, yes.
You feel sorry for her now, don't you?
No, I just met you. I'm sorry. Tell her Lisa Bumble said hello.
I think I've heard your name mentioned a few times.
Hopefully it's been good.
It was.
Does everybody know Josh Gibbs?
Yeah, I'm from Gainesboro, but I work for the Department of Health in Nashville, and I'm over all our health department buildings. So all these ARP projects and building projects, I'm the project manager for them. So that's kind of what I do.
These are our go-to.
I used to be a own construction company and paving company in Gainesboro, so that's kind of my background.
sorry to introduce you after.
No, that's
Okay.
fine, that's fine.
I don't know why, I just figured everybody knew who he was, like I did.
That's, that's,
I can look on Google Maps here.
I don't know if it's got a physical address to it or not. I'd ask, well, would Chris be the one that does that, or is there somebody in the city that does that?
You may not have a 911 address yet, is what you'd have to do,
I
so.
think what we've said is we couldn't find an actual
Oh,
address, it was just Rose's Drive.
Ask Chris,
Mhm.
if there is a physical address.
And, guys, I don't see an issue with the location, you know, the geotechnical survey shouldn't show anything negative underneath. I mean, I think it'll be a good location to build on, so.
And they'll be there May seventh to do that test.
Keep asking everybody, I said, what are they gonna build, what are they building up there?
it's been a woody, I mean, it's been a wood all my life, you know, I mean, there's never been nothing. I mean, when Dirt bought it, Glenn bought it, they clear cut it, clear, you know.
Now, there's
And I figured
houses,
he was gonna build apartments there.
That's what I.
there's houses all behind it and, the side of it, so.
Frank Martin's brother lived in behind it, I think. he passed away.
I came down 111 from Cookville, and you can see it really good up on the hill from 111 right there at that red light, so, you know.
It'll be a nice building coming into town, you know,
And,
with a big scene.
we've got, in the budget for an electronic sign you can put down there close to the road that you can program whatever your services or anything you wanna put on the sign and kinda let people know where you are. But
Well, that's awesome too.
So you wanna back up to the road then, probably? When you come in and you're facing it? Or do you wanna face the road?
Probably off to the left or something like that, or the right, well, just one side.
yeah, just, you don't wanna kill it, if you buy it all, you don't wanna kill it for future use or something else in 20 years from now. You wanna
Bit in the
build it.
middle and then.
Yeah, we wanna be, you know, we wanna have adequate space, but we don't wanna ruin the rest of it.
The,
We'll ask the architect where the building fits best.
You know.
yeah, but I just, my opinion, when you go into the lot, and I've been on it, I don't know how many times. But when you go into it to the left would be the best place for the building. Because it can be seen from 111 or 84,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
And
there.
it's already been graded on that side.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
no.
yeah, it's,
Be less grade having that'd be my,
He's graded half,
Okay.
and we told him to stop,
yeah.
just stop his work, because if he kept grading, the price kept going up, so I was like, just stop what you're doing, just take a break. So, it's all the left, I think, mostly, but they might have some more stuff he's gotta do.
Well, I mean, they're gonna have to do some more grading, but it's all red dirt, so you can use it as fill and compact it, so you're not losing
yeah,
it.
they done got all the bad dirt off of it, I mean, it's
Yeah.
down.
It's down to good red dirt, so.
Does anybody else got any questions for them?
Just make sure to involve her about the location and how it's turned.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
We
yeah.
have been.
Yeah,
We've all been working together, trying to, and the Uplands Design, we've all met and went to all these locations, looking, and we met, going over designs and stuff like that.
What Alan Hill said at Upland, that he would go ahead and put a 12 or 13 square foot building on like a Google Maps, where you guys can see it, we'll bring it in, let the commission see it, and see how it's faced, and see the vicinity and how many acres you need, so they'll put it on the map for us. The biggest thing next is on the technical survey, and you said May 8th is
May seventh?
7th, okay.
Yeah. That's what, they sent me, Alan sent it to me and said that
Okay.
they would be there. I had to sign off on it before they can come do the testing.
And to be honest with you, we need to have a general location of where the building's gonna be before they come, because we don't want them drilling a bunch of holes extra that they don't have to drill, because they charge you so much a hole. So,
What's your preference, left or right?
well, it needs to be a group decision, so, you know, I think what, the gentleman there said is the left side would probably be the best,
Okay.
so,
I feel
Before,
like you're gonna have to look at too, let Alan determine where the entry is gonna be and how
Yeah.
you're gonna access the other part of the property if you purchase, because we don't want to be right on top of the road with the
yeah,
kids.
we don't wanna be
You know,
blocking the,
close to the parking lot
And
and.
we don't even have to have, or do that back access.
I mean,
Okay,
that,
yeah.
We could just use Rose's Drive because it's a cul-de-sac in
Yeah.
there.
I'm not saying we need to be off the road, but I do want us to be mindful of that there are a lot of children and, you know.
if there's enough room below, you know, to the left of the entrance going in, and you can build the entrance in and take it this way to the health department, this way it doesn't have a barrier in between them.
sure.
You
And
know,
we
not,
definitely
not,
wanna,
not put both parking lots together, you know, have a barrier.
Exactly.
we definitely want a circle drive around the building in case we get into this, something like we had in COVID, where we can run people through. And there's an additional $250,000 to build a canopy that's 100% state funded. You know, something like Chick-fil-A's got similar, where the, you know, the staff can be out of the weather and, still vaccinate people, so, we definitely wanna have a circle, a loop.
Why'd you say Chick-fil-A? Now I want Chick-fil-A.
But, other than that, guys, you know, this grant, the way it works is, once we get started with the architect and the contractor, we'll have a monthly progress meeting. The architect will be there, I'll be there, we'll sign off on the work, make sure it's done correctly, and that the invoice is accurate. Once I sign it and the architect signs the invoice, it'll go to the mayor's office, and you guys will pay the invoice. And then I've hired some staff from the state, to upload those invoices to the grant management system. It's a portal that you just scan and send the documents to. And, the state has hired Ernst & Young, a third party, to review the documents, and they'll sign off on it, and then they'll get you your money back within 30 days.
We work
So,
with them.
so it's a 30-day turnaround reimbursable grant.
Well, that's even quicker, cause we had thought it was 6 weeks, so that's 30 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been turning them over really quickly, like, I think Warren County bought, the J.C. Penney building, and they got their money back within 28 days, and it was $4 million, so. They've been doing good getting the money back.
What's the deadline on?
We have to have this thing built and totally completed by December 31st of 2026.
So we've got
We gotta move.
We gotta move, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing, you know,
Of course, we'd be the first one to start building if we went ahead with the land purchase. Well, that depends on everything else, but we'll be ahead by.
yeah, there's other counties that are, you know, a little bit ahead of y'all and already building some, but no, as long as you all get started now, well, I don't see the time frame being an issue.
But you guys are gonna handle architecture and everything?
Yes, I mean, we want you
And all
guys
building.
to, we want the county to look at the exterior of the building and make sure it's what you guys want. But as far as the floor plan, that'll be us.
So,
Cause I know we don't.
I just wanna make sure that everybody understands, we don't have $6 million up front, so we will borrow and then reimburse and pay it back. As we get
So we gotta pull the whole 6 million for 30 days?
Well,
No.
we'll have to find out whether we can do a line of credit or how that will work.
Most of the invoices you guys will have on this bill will be in the neighborhood of $200,000. You know, $100,000 to $200,000 a month. And that'll be standard.
And then it'll be reimbursed, it's a
Yeah.
reimbursable grant.
Yeah, and
Within
then
your
you-
30 days.
Well, after 30 days, you know, you'll get that money right back.
So that will, okay, so we'll be riding that till 2026 then.
Yeah.
That's $6 million and we'll be paying,
Some,
paying it monthly.
Mhm.
And then 2026, right there, right?
Oh, yeah, it'll be completely,
Hopefully it'll be before that.
yeah.
But whenever,
We just have to.
but
pay
whenever's
the
complete, whenever's complete.
we will, yeah.
To pay
We're gonna
the-
see if we can get a line of credit.
That would probably be your best
Yeah,
option.
we're gonna see if we can't get a line of credit, that way we can borrow against it
As
and
we
pay it
need. And
back
just-
as we need.
And just pay the interest on what we take out
Mhm.
monthly, and then, so they'll reverse every 30 days, But, you know, the first of, say, the
Like-
first of December, and then the first of January, first of February.
Yeah, say,
It won't, we won't have to wait till the whole project's completed.
No.
30, okay.
for example, if we had, say we were having a project meeting right now, and Lisa's the contractor, and she hands you, or me, $100,000 invoice, I'm gonna check everything on it, and I'm gonna say it's good, and I'm gonna hand you that $100,000 invoice. Then, if you write checks, twice a week, twice a month, or once a month, whenever you write checks, you pay the contractor, Lisa, and then you turn around and send that invoice in to us, and we'll send you the $100,000 back.
And we'll be on site while the progress, while it's going, we're gonna see if that invoice is being done, so we're gonna be there tracking it too, so it's, along with your architect too, so it,
Architect has to sign off on everything.
yes.
Mhm.
Saying that they did use what they bought.
Yeah, and this
Yes.
grant too, I have to sign off as well as the architect, so it'll be both of their
You've
signatures.
got, you've got plenty of security measures to.
Yeah, we really backing this thing up, and Ernst & Young is not gonna let anybody get, they are so meticulous and tedious, and they make you do stuff I've never heard of before, but, we'll get through it.
Well, it's good, because at the first project, they said 6 weeks, but now it's 30 days,
Yeah.
so it's even better.
The ones I've been seeing, as long as you turn in your invoices on time, 30 days.
That's good.
And it's an ARP grant.
American Rescue Plan, something.
Okay, yeah. And recovery plan.
Yeah, and if you had,
Is that right?
if you have any of that initial money, of the ARPA money that you got in 2021, you know, you could use that to pay for your match, and you're not out any county money. The
Yes.
county's free and clear of anything on this project.
Yes, it's in the budget.
We've got it set aside for that.
But see, that's great, so really and truly, the county is getting a new health department for free
Yeah.
when it's all said and done and worked out.
You might bring that up, you know.
Yeah, it's already been allocated towards that, the
Yeah.
match, so that grant money that we got is actually gonna be the match for that.
Well, I'm really happy for you guys. I think this is a once in a lifetime deal, so. We'll be here, like Lisa said, the whole time to help you through it, and if you need anything, you've got my cell phone, just call me, and I'll be there.
Got anybody else? Okay,
Thank you.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excited for y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just one more thing for, you might ought to keep an eye on Becca Parsons too. She's kind of tricky.
Her and Megan, huh?
Yeah, tell them both around.
I'll tell them.
You better keep an eye on.
I've been warned. Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go. Thanks.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you. See you guys. Appreciate it. See you guys.
Bye, Jennifer.
All.
All right, next on our, list is to approve the budget amendments, no county amendments. We'll let, Connie go over page number 5.
There's no amendments from the county this time,
There's no amendments.
not this time, no. That was just, since we have to get the agenda in so quickly,
Okay.
put it in there just in case.
Do we have to have a motion or anything on this?
No.
Okay. So, there's not gonna be any of
No
that.
county
So,
amendments.
none on that. So, approved quarterly reports, March 31st, 2024. On page number 6.
I can't believe that price recorded this on the
Okay.
top of this. It's that page right here. Starts right there,
Oh.
out of the minutes.
I'm sorry, it's at the page
Next
3.
page, next page,
Oh,
out of the
page
minutes. It says
No.
six. It says
Well, it
six.
says
It's-
6, it
it's
says
Right out of the
6.
minutes.
It does say 6, it
It's
looks like
item
5 on
6.
mine, sorry. 6 here, item 6.
Okay. Are you there, Randall?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
on.
What I basically did was look at the revenue that we had collected per our budget, and we're at 85% overall revenue and 77% on the expenditures out of the general fund. So if you'll look at the top, I've handwritten in 85 and 77. Y'all see that? That's where I just summarized the total revenue versus expenditures that's been budgeted. And I did that for each, let's see, I did it for the general fund, and then also for solid waste and highway. So if you'll go on over, of course, this includes the courthouse fund, which is very small. That's your page number in the upper right-hand corner, number 5. And then number 6 is the solid waste. Revenues that we've collected is 67% of what has been budgeted, and expenditures are at 51%. And so
Good.
a lot of the revenue, of course, is being collected because of the property tax deadline, but we'll still be seeing some increases in that. The next one is your drug fund, which no property tax goes to it. The next one is your American Rescue Plan. Skip that. And then on your look, page 9 in the upper right-hand corner for the highway fund, revenues that has been collected is at 48%, and our expenditures are at 49%. And then if you look at the actual reports, it will tell you the detailed categories on what areas have been collected and spent. So that gets us through the 3 quarters. It's really nothing out of the ordinary that I can see. Our local option sales tax is good, and we're thankful for that. Our board bill's down, but it may be due to the date of collection. I'll have to check on that. But the ambulance service patient fund is still collected, even though we've had some glitches in a computer system, but we're still collecting on that, so I think we're on target pretty much for what we have budgeted.
Anybody have any questions, any other questions on that?
Now make a motion.
Randall makes a motion to accept the quarter reports, and have a second on that. Shane, second. All right, any other discussion? If not, we'll call roll. Shane?
Yes.
Greg? Randall?
Yes.
Geraldine?
Yes.
Okay, all 4 on that. Next is to approve the ambulance grant for equipment from the state. It's up to $150,000 at no match. Shane kinda explained this during the, public safety meeting. It's for, the cots and what else was that? There was
It can just be used for
equipment on there.
and it has to be $5,000 minimum per item. It can't be, so many radios for $5,000. It's $5,000 per item.
It's a minimum.
Like new cars, bad deal.
Yeah.
Lift.
Yeah.
There's not really a lot of information on the grant yet. We've just been made aware of it because it's getting to the end of the year and they found out this grant money was there and it was forgot about, looked over, whatever. And it's gotta be spent by the end of the year.
How many
Well,
did
yeah,
you say we could buy with that 150?
There's 3, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Just 3?
I put in for 3 cots and the new loading system.
So that was, it has to be, everything has to be spent and here
Yeah.
by June 31st.
Oh, by June 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the end of the fiscal
Oh,
year,
and official.
Yeah.
the state.
And that's some of the things, I talked with the striker lady, that's about the only things that they have that would be
Can you get them
available.
here by then?
She
Yeah,
said that
they-
stuff could be.
They had it there.
I make a motion that he goes for it.
It's a,
I'll
the
tend to
reimbursable, you pay for it, and then they give you the money back after that, after you get your invoices and the stuff's in hand.
So Randall made a motion to accept that 150 at no match, 150,000 worth of equipment. And then Greg seconded. Any other discussion on that? None to be had. Greg,
yes.
Randall,
Yes.
Geraldine,
Yes.
Shane, passed on that. So all 4, Shane, subject to conflict of interest. Next is to approve the annual library training opportunities for the public TOP grant. It's $9,000 grant with a 10% match. It's on page 8 here, the top grant for library and archives department's sake.
This is something we do on an annual basis. So it's pretty much the same as last year's, training hotspots, solar charging tables, and internal connections.
Is it the same amount, that 9,
Yes.
that was last year too?
Mhm.
So it's 9,000. So it'd be it's 10% match, so it'd be what, $900?
Mhm.
The motion,
Oh, my
Geraldine makes the motion,
I second.
Randall second, any other discussion? All right, none to be had, Shane,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Randall,
Yes.
Geraldine,
Yes.
four. Yeah. So we're gonna skip down, on this new business, older new business, down to the last line, right quick for Miss Lily Ann to discuss the Monroe Community Center.
All right. Let me get caught up with you, or let you get caught up with me, I'm not sure which. It's my understanding the last time you discussed this was on Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024, at your budget meeting, and, at that time, I think the minutes are attached, if you don't have a copy, I've got a copy that I want to enter into as an exhibit, to the committee today in my presentation. Mr. Chairperson, here is Exhibit 1, and this is a copy of the minutes from.
Yeah, that's the same ones we have, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd like to enter those into the record.
Okay.
And, also, it's my understanding that the bids for the Monroe Community Center was opened on March 4th, 2024, 5:30 p.m. And I'm assuming that occurred here in this room, and all of you were present. There are no minutes from that meeting, and that's good. Because if the bids were just opened, it was not accepted, nor were they rejected. And I note, and I'll pass to the chairperson to enter in exhibit number 2, which is the ad in the newspaper. And it's also a proof of publication by Mr. Oliver with the Overton County News paper, who confirms that this was published on February 13th and February 20th, 2024, requesting bids from the public. And in that bid ad, it states, and I've highlighted it here, Mr. Chairman and committee members, that this ad says that at which time the bids will be open, which is Monday, March 4th, 2024, Overton County Budget and Purchasing Committee reserves the right to reject any or all bids. And then, of course, in the packet that went out to all the people who requested the packet, we also have that same statement that's also highlighted in here. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to enter that into the record. And I want to tell you the status is that in regard to, we got 2 bids, or you got 2 bids in this case. One was from Sugar Tree Builders. This is a company located in Cookeville, Tennessee. Their bid was $432,000 to build the Monroe Community Center pursuant to the blueprint. And then the only other bid received was from a company called HD Builders. They bid $556,000. And it turns out that when Connie checked the insurance, the licensing amounts for these contractors, the sugar tree was only licensed up to the amount of $250,000. I'm sorry, 300. No, it was $250,000 with their max, and they bid more than that. They bid $432,000, and thus it cannot be awarded to them. And HD Builders bid $556,000, but that amount, according to pursuant to our purchasing agent, Miss Connie, that's one of our many ads. And of course, under the statute and case law in Tennessee, the purchasing agent has a right, as long as you put this in the ad, that we don't have to take any of it, that she can make the decision. And she has rejected both of these bids, the HD because it's too high, and the other one because their license was not sufficient. And so it's my recommendation, and I think your purchasing agent is also gonna recommend that you rebid this, start all over and just rebid it.
We will run the rebid. We have to do the same thing as we did last time and run the same ad, say the same thing, that we have the right to reject any or all bids. We'll run it for 2 weeks to rebid the building out. We just need a motion and a second on that. Greg made a motion to reject all bids and rebid the building of the Monroe. And do I have a second on that motion?
Yeah.
Shane, any other discussions? Any questions? All right, none to be had. Shane,
Yes.
Greg,
Yeah.
Randall,
Yes.
Geraldine, all four on that.
One thing on that, whenever they request a packet to put their bid in, they all get the same.
They all get
packet,
the same package.
Because those two companies that were here, one of them was saying, well, we didn't get this, or no, that was the size.
We only have one blueprint.
Yeah.
There's
They
no-
both got the same.
They all get
And
the
also,
same.
they confirmed that with, the actual architect, that person did confirm that, or I did see that they had contacted them to confirm it. So what happens is, I send out the same information, I sent the same email, I just took out who I'd sent it to before. So, it's very complicated, I'm sure don't need more than one blueprint.
Right.
No, it's
So-
all the same.
He was saying he got a different size or.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was,
and I think that may have been my fault on the front end, because we had initially looked at a smaller size or a larger size and changed the size, but that was never printed, so.
Is that on the demolition, where we at on that?
We actually, put it on Gov Deals,
That's
to, not yet, it'll end tomorrow, I think.
I think it's tomorrow,
I think it ends tomorrow, it's on Gov Deals.
Is there any bids on it?
We had somebody come look at it, from Ventures County. I'll have to get on Gov
they
Deals
sent
to
us
look.
in surplus it
in
also,
shape.
Can we,
on the new business.
on the new business here, make a motion to surplus the
Oh,
old building there at Monroe?
I think the highway committee's already, for the old building to be removed,
To be
the highway committee
removed.
already did it, and I thought that,
It has to be removed so we can build a new building, we just need to surplus the building.
So you've already got that for sale, so it just needs to be surplus, so
Yeah.
it can be sold.
or removed.
Or
Okay, now
remove.
who's doing the demolition, county or is?
Whoever
Whoever
buys
buys
it,
Okay, if it's not bought, then we like request it.
then that's the surplus, if it's not bought, that's the surplus.
So we're not gonna tear it down ourselves.
If it's not bought, then yes.
Yeah, well, if we do, of course, we have to get approval from the state on that, to be sure there's no, what's that stuff,
Yeah.
What's best.
asbestos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in-
Yeah.
So Friday,
Yeah, so just be sure we do that, we don't wanna get into that trouble.
we can get Pete to look at it.
Okay, if anybody doesn't have any questions for me, I'll go in and look.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
If it doesn't sell, we just put it out there that
We need it
Once
removed.
it-
in 30 days.
they can have it removed in 30 days or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably need to.
That's the reason why, if we just surplus it and don't say whether sold or demolished, then whichever one works out is what we can go with.
It's just that deal.
But on
Yeah.
Gov Deals, it was,
If they had a minimum bid of $100 and then a minimum bid of $10,
yeah,
it's basically just, please move it.
yeah, but I mean, if it's,
It was on there to be gone in
Yes.
30 days.
Oh, so it's on.
Oh, yes. Mhm.
Has to be removed from premises in 30 days.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It was ran
Just
for,
left.
it was ran for the minimum of 10 days, and,
So
the
that's not-
stipulations were,
that's
it
not
had to be
behind.
moved within 30 days.
Not since we're rebidding.
Now,
We ran out of no choice, did we?
Right,
Mhm.
So it'll may work out.
yes.
Cool.
But we do need a,
We need a motion.
I'll make a
surplus.
motion.
So in the new business, we have a motion by Greg to surplus the old Monroe building. Do I have a second?
Yeah.
And Randall seconded. Any other discussion? None to be had, that would be a roll call, Shane,
Yes.
Greg,
Yeah.
Randall,
Yes.
Geraldine.
Yes.
All right.
Can we just go up to the bottom of it?
Yeah, we can.
All right.
Since we're down here, let's just move up to the next line above. It's, the purchase order, will be suspended, for non-emergency purchases as of April the 30th. So the end of this month, we're suspending all non-emergency, purchase orders. The next is approved county applying for the litter grant. It's $44,600 at no match. That's the litter grant we have. We have to reapply every year. Connie went to training actually,
Yes.
this month over.
this year they required the person who was turning in the documents, for reimbursement to attend. And if you look on the back few pages of this packet, you'll see, the different counties and the dollar amounts that they were allocated, and it's all based on population. Of course, when I went, I thought, oh, I'm gonna see if I can get us some more. But since it's based on population, I didn't get to. And so,
We're on the second page, or-
yeah, we're on the second page and it's alphabetical.
Davidson done pretty good.
Oh, it says 44.5.
44.5, yeah.
44.5 or 44.6.
Unless, we better change that to 44.5
44.5.
on the front.
So, on the motion, it's 44.5 instead of 44.6. So we need to change that. Yeah, some of the bigger places got a little bit more.
But it is based on population, so there's no guilt there.
No.
I'll make a motion.
All right, Geraldine makes the motion. Have a second.
Shane.
Shane, second. All right, any other discussion? Greg, Randall,
Yes.
Geraldine,
Yes.
Shane. All four. All right, next, we'll go into our school amendments, the quarterly reports, the general purpose school fund, 141, amendment number 5 and 6, that's been corrected. The federal project fund, 142, amendment number 5, 6, and 7. And the central cafeteria fund, 143, amendment number 1. These are the school quarterly reports ending September 30th, 2023, and December the 31st, 2023.
And the education committee has approved those.
They went over this in detail with the education committee.
Yeah, education, went over and looked at it, and everything looked good.
Yeah, they had to correct the amendment number 5 and 6, from the school fund 141. That's what it's just been called. They had some, it had to be the exact numbers or something,
I can't forget any numbers,
the beginning numbers, yeah.
just basically like what I had to do also, when I submitted mine.
I'll
Uh,
second it.
So Randall made a motion. Man, Geraldine seconded, there. Any other discussion or any questions about it? None to be had. Okay, you've got some, okay, Shane,
Yes.
Geraldine,
Yes.
Randall,
Yes.
Greg.
Yes.
All four. Let's see, any other new real business we need to discuss?
I've got some new business.
Okay,
Here. This is for the Wilson School 4-H BB team.
yeah,
Has qualified to go to the national finals on their competition. This is their second year of doing it. And it's gonna be held in, Arkansas. There's seven or nine kids are going, plus of course their parents. And then Alyssa and their coach, and he's the SRO officer at Wilson School, big coach, I can't think what his name is. But the total for all of them going, the kids and the coach and Alyssa for 4-H is $7,000, right here, it's on there, $10.66. And, I went by and she printed me off these, this year for me to hand out. And I told her I would bring it up and see if we could help support them to get them there some, whatever. I would like to ask for $3,000, from the county to help them. They've got other, the hanging limb, force arena, they're doing the benefit for them. Turkey Federation is giving them a little money. And, unfortunately, UT and TSU on any of these programs only give them $100. And I talked to Connie, and I thought they'd give more than that, and, but I talked to Melissa today, she said that's all they give for the programs, you have to raise the money. And the reason that I'm asking for that, I'd like to have more, but, is, we all know Wilson is I guess, the make term, is the horse school in the county. At least they get the tail end of everything. And they started this program through 4-H. This is their second year. They've got all kinds of kids in it. I don't know how they determine which one goes. I guess the ones of the team that makes, the score the best. But he's got his team split in two groups. They practice twice a week. This group will practice shooting this week. This group, or twice a week. This group will shoot today. This group will do the book work. The next day they meet, the group that done the book work today will do the shooting, and the other team does the book, the book work of it. And, I think it's a good honor for Overton County to have something like this going to the national finals. And, especially being from a little school like this,
How old are these kids?
Well, they're,
At least four?
They're grade school.
yeah, they're great, you know,
Or they?
you know,
Fourth grade up.
Fourth up?
yeah, well, I didn't ask this and that, but I would say, yeah. But,
It's fourth.
you know,
Like the archery team, they had the state competition, last Saturday, and China shot down there. But, the winner actually goes, the winners of the competition goes to the national, they go to Nebraska.
yeah, when that's, what was
Shooting
it,
archery.
2 years ago, I think it was, the speaking group went to the national finals in, somewhere out in the northwest, where it was Iowa, somewhere anyway, from Overton County. And, I mean, you know, these girls have done a great job with our 4-H.
They've done a great job.
And, I mean, they've got 2 more schools wanting to start archery this next year. One of them being Rickman, the other in Allen, is wanting to start an archery team in the school. And, of course,
Well,
you know, which, I mean, it is good, I mean, it gives the kids something to do. I mean, I would like for us to support them as much as possible.
here's my question on this, Randall. What they don't raise, is that up to the parents to divide that out per child, or?
Yeah, yeah. And see, this is just, this don't cover none of the parents' expense. They have to pay their, you know.
This is
Now, if
just-
they raise over this amount, then they will split it up with the parents, you know, to help, but the parents has to cover their part themselves. This is just for the kids and the coach and Alyssa with 4-H to go. But she said if they do raise more than this, then they will split it with the families to have, you know, to help offset their costs. And if they don't get this, then the families, of course, will have to, you know, have to come in and take it. But now,
Is the
Jesse's,
school system willing to give any money towards?
well, I didn't ask Alyssa that, whether the school, I'm sure they probably may donate a little, but I know Jesse's having a meeting with the committee at the horse ring in just the next few days to see how much they can donate, because they've been having fundraisers to, at the horse ring for the baby program to buy whatever they needed, you know, their supplies and equipment, whatever they needed to do to make the team happen.
Do we have a fund, Connie, that could come out of? Or would it?
I've reviewed some of the expenditures that I know that we're not gonna be using, and I can combine enough to get the money. There's like $1,400 out of, I think, the commissioner's, travel or dues or something like that. And so I would pull it from a few different places, but if you guys want it, you can have it.
Just remember Wayne Adcock, game warden. And Wayne come in, we was all over there looking at it, and he said, fellas, let me show you something. I said, where you got there, Wayne? He said, I'm gonna show you a $2,000 BB gun. And he said, I said, who would pay $2,000 for a BB gun? And he said, that's fixing to be as cheap college degree. And he said, so I believe it was Amelia that had shooting competition with it. And she kept going and ended up, it may not have been Amelia. One of them played basketball, one of them done shooting. Well, she made it all the way. She went to UT Martin, which was one of the top rifle teams in the state at that time. They had Tennessee Tech was. They had a good rifle team. But she went to UT Martin, and she's went all the way through that. Now I believe she's teaching riflery in Mississippi, or last time I heard. But that's where Wayne come up with that. So that, you know, something like this. that's just places you don't think you could
Right,
get
right,
scholarships from.
Right.
right, you know, and, I mean,
I thought it's crazy when you showed.
I'd like to ask the school system to match ours, and, if the school system would like to match, what up here, they've got it, the expenses laid out, their estimate. If we could do the hotel rooms, they've got that estimated at $2140 for the hotel rooms for all of them. That would be the $2140, and so the 3,000 would almost be half of that. 3,500 would be the half. I estimated on the food and the hotel rooms to be 37. Now, the other stuff there, I didn't estimate none of that stuff in there, but, the $2140 for the hotel rooms would help them out and some of the food. But I'd like to see if the school system could step in and help them out.
cause I, you know, I'm sure she's going, you know, ask them too, you know. She just, she was talking to me about it, and I told her, get the cost of it and let me bring it to the budget committee and see what we could do, you know, and I'm sure she's going to the school, but, you know, what they'll give, you know, what they'll give, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna point out, is there,
Yeah,
They're doing
they
June
leave,
30th.
they're gonna leave the last of June, and I think it's got the date on here, don't it?
Yeah,
June
top.
30th of
Yeah,
July.
yeah, June 30th to July 4th.
So come out of our existing budget.
yes.
And I have asked her, and I told her I would find out when we're having our budget meeting in our court meeting in June. And I would like for her and the coach up there to bring these kids to the court meeting and be recognized, you know, for their accomplishments.
Let's see what, I don't know why the school system won't step in and help the school kids do their things, because it's part of their school program, right?
Well,
So you're thinking let's do 21 forward and 40 and the school do the rest of the 3,000, or how's you thinking?
I can call her.
Well, I mean, if we done the 3, that would be the hotel rooms and half the food. If we done the 2140, that would be the whole hotel rooms. They've got it estimated, well, the travel and the food while we're there,
Hey,
15.
If you talk to the school system, they gonna.
They've got it estimated at $23.89.50 just for food.
You think they
So
will?
the food was actually gonna cost more than
Or
hotel
the
room.
hotel room.
But I mean, anymore,
Do they
you
usually?
can't go to KFC without spending $12, still being hungry when you get done.
You don't know, okay. Alright, well, okay, but you are gonna ask and see. Okay, alright, thank you. She said that, she was gonna ask them, she didn't know if they would or not, she didn't think that they had any other, you know, any other things that the kids have been going to, but she was gonna ask them to see if they would help. But yeah, it is, but it's not something that the school requires, you know.
Right. Cause the rest,
And
I mean,
then-
what they don't raise will be up to the parents to
Right.
come up with.
And, I mean, you know, that's, I thought if we could do 3,000, that would give, I think Turkey Federation is, I don't know what to do with it, I think they're gonna give like 1,000 or something, you know. And then, you know, then that would be 4, you know, so they'd just have to raise about 3 more thousand. And,
If their rooms that they're getting 2 rooms for the boys, 1 room for the girls, and you got 1 male coach and 1 female coach. And so that's, 5 rooms for 4 nights, and it equals $2140. I mean,
That's a low cost for $107.
$107, yeah, that's, they're probably getting, state rate or
State
something
rate,
like
yeah.
that. You know,
I mean, it's not like, it's not extravagant, is what I'm saying.
right,
No, did you see what the room rates was going in these places for the trips? These hotels?
people coming over to watch
Yeah.
the clips.
1,500, some of them a night, some of them even higher than that.
I don't know, what do y'all think about at least covering the rooms, the $2140?
Got it?
I think we ought to help, okay, I'm gonna play the
Yeah.
devil's advocate here. I think we ought to help them, but I just, I can kinda see some of the other things that happen at other schools where
Wanting the same
they'll
thing,
be wanting, yeah.
your 2140 will turn into 1420 before you know it.
Well,
14.
it'll just be other schools that say, well, you help them. I don't know, they may
Well,
not,
you
but
know, I mean,
I know how it
we
goes.
need to, we probably need to put some kind of stipulation on, I mean,
Well-
it would be, to me, it would be different if, let's say LMS over here is going to Memphis to play a ball game. You know, I mean, this really don't have anything to do with the school system. This actually is just a 4-H program, you know.
We got a shooting team in high school.
Yeah, but it's, it's-
What if the fishing team comes through and they've got winners here and they're gonna go to, Louisiana,
well,
and they want monetary donation because they did a donation for that. I mean, I
Yeah,
get what you're, it crossed my mind too,
I think
but I
we-
won't lie, it did.
Opening up a can of worms.
Well, I think we ought to help them, but I'm just saying we need to be prepared for these others to come along and say.
yeah,
well,
that's what I say, you know, now, if they was going, now, if they, you know, if these were just going out there, if it wasn't a national deal, I wouldn't.
They're already in the finals, right?
Yeah, they're already in the finals.
How many teams in the finals?
There's, I think there's 4 from Tennessee. She told me, Overton, Warren, I think she said Warren County, Ray County, and another one, that's in the yeah, they're already, they've done qualified through the region and whatever they have to do. This is the end of it here. I mean, this is win or go home.
So, I think instead of making a donation towards this at all, you just make $2,000 towards 4-H to use it as will.
Well, that's basically what I'm asking for, not to,
The check says Tennessee 4-H Foundation.
Yeah.
You can write a check.
yeah.
Not towards the BB.
Yeah, well, you could leave that off, just, I mean, you don't have to put, that's just, would be a
If they-
donation to 4-H to,
What I'm saying is, if they raise $10,000 to go towards this, 4-H could use the $2,000 towards another program, is what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be used towards the BB. If you give them a donation of $2,000, 4-H could use it towards the BB program if they need it, or they could use it towards the adult Tai Chi if they need it.
well, that would work. I mean, like I say, it don't have to say this, for the BB Of course, we know that's what it's gonna be used for,
If they need it.
if they need it. And,
If they raise, if the school system comes in and pays for it, which I think the school system should have a bigger skin in the game.
well, I think
If the school system comes in and pays for all of it, then they can take that 2,000 and use it towards another program if they see fit.
And on, on another note, don't have anything to do with this particular BB team, but I may have some in the truck, but I know Steven's got them. I have gave
The tickets,
for the ones that's going to the camp.
I've
I
got,
gave them one last year, and we sold it, and I gave them a half a beef. Steven's got some tickets on it, and I have too, for $1,250 out of my pocket, for them to sell tickets on for the kids to go camping. I mean, that's,
before.
and I done the same thing last year. And I mean,
numbers-
that's what I've got in the half a beef, not counting feeding for 3 months. You know, I mean, that's what I paid for them when I bought them, $1,250. Going to kill it, next Monday. I think we're gonna draw for it,
May.
around the 1st of May.
Just
Tickets are $30 a piece, or
Yeah,
four
it
for
goes-
100. It all goes to the, all the proceeds goes to the kids, helping the kids pay for going to camp. Because there's a lot of kids that wanna go to 4-H camp that cannot afford to go, and this helps them go. And Alyssa told me yesterday that, she done and had all her slots filled with kids wanting to go, and she had bargained 5 or 7 more spots from another county that didn't have filled, that she was getting from them for kids that wants to go to the 4-H camp.
We have a lot of
And-
participation in 4-H.
We have a lot, Chief Medley was a fine man, done a good job in 4-H, but in Gene's later years, of course, he didn't have the help, and 4-H just about died here. And when the cold come, we got less of the help of our 4-H program, it's blowed up big time.
Well, even
It went
Christina,
from, it went from public
And
speaking
Jackson.
to everything. I mean, they've got all kinds of livestock judging teams
In about 5 minutes, then we need to schedule some meetings.
yeah,
and,
Okay,
but, you know,
so we're gonna make a motion to donate how much?
we talk about this, they just have to know something, we wanna talk about this and talk about it at our next meeting, or we need a motion now?
Motion for court. Motion now, and then we'll send it through court.
thought they was coming in June.
Um,
but the,
Recognize them whenever.
Oh,
We can
they
recognize
recognize
them.
them, okay.
will it have to go before the full court?
I think that'd be a good idea, so that they understand that how much we invest in our children and we want them to succeed. The amount.
But if anybody wants anything, please, Stephen.
yeah, I've got
Cheyenne-
kids in there for
Cheyenne
that, for
selling.
the kids, but
I think
I
my
think
kids
Connie,
buy
I
the
think-
truck at home.
it's our kids, and it's our kids in our county.
I don't know what this
Give
one's
a little
going to
bit to
raise.
them.
But last year, they sold like $30-something hundred worth of tickets, you know. But whatever we can do, you know, will be greatly appreciated if it's $1 or if it's whatever, you know.
What she's got here is the 2140. The hotel room and the travel, the food, traveling and stuff like that, ends up right shy of 3,000. So that would be half the food and the hotel room if you do 3,000. I don't really, the rest of that stuff is basically fun stuff, but the hotel room and food, but whatever y'all want to, throw out there on that.
You said we had a commissioner training, wasn't you?
I'd have to look, but I think there was like $1,700 there, and then there was some from dues, and,
I talked to Connie back yesterday.
Yeah.
So she's.
And I told Connie, cause I didn't have the breakdown yesterday, because Melissa just called me on the phone yesterday. And we had that meeting yesterday evening, last year, and then it got canceled, and I was on the one show. But anyway, I told Connie, the amount that she had told me over the phone. And I went by and she printed these out for me. That's what, she gave me this copy, and she made me a copy for everybody of the breakdown of what, you know.
And I think there'll also be some left over from where the commissioners haven't had all as many meetings.
And
So in that payroll line item.
I knew,
we
you
won't
know,
be using it.
this could explain it better than I could, you know, but.
So, motion on the table is Randall's made a motion to donate, 4-H $3,000, to use towards their BB, program, under new business. And Connie has looked and, because of money's left over that's not been spent, being saved, we've got it to be able to give.
I'll
So,
second.
Randall made a motion to donate, 3,000 to 4-H, to use,
For the national.
Or whatever we need to.
Yeah, I just
to use, as they need.
yeah,
To use.
that way
As
it won't
needed.
be, it
That
won't
way,
be on
they don't have to give us receipts
Right.
for,
Just be 4-H,
Yeah.
4-H can
as needed.
use whatever they need for the whole,
the.
they're a countywide program.
Right, can't go out there.
That, like I said, that gives them the opportunity to raise more money, and then if they don't need our whole 3,000, they can use it towards what they need.
Right.
And Geraldine seconded that. Any other discussion? It is almost 4:30. No discussion being had. Shane had to step out, so, Greg,
Yeah.
Randall,
Yes.
Geraldine,
Yes.
all four. Shane, I had to leave. All four, Shane called him. All right, any other new or old business?
Okay, yeah, well, when are we having our court meeting in June?
We'll probably have it in the first Monday, the last Monday.
Well, I first told her it was the
24th.
second Monday, and then I said, well, let me find out, because in June, we usually try to pass the budget, we usually have it the last, which would be the 24th,
Yeah, it'd be right before they
and right before they leave, so
Yeah.
we put on the agenda that they're gonna
be recognized.
be recognized,
Okay.
and she said she would have them all there. And I told her I would let her know after a while the date that we set for the meeting, so it will be the 24th.
At 5:00.
That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure.
So BB team be recognized at June.
When's their competition?
It's
June 30th through the 4th.
Yeah,
July
30th through July 4th.
Okay. Any other new road?
That's all I
None to
got.
be had. Next
I
scheduled meeting.
appreciate you.
We're gonna have to start working on these budgets, so Connie, is wanting to schedule, some meetings here so we can start with our budget season.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
Our next one's May 7th. That's, what we've got on there. And then we'll schedule some meetings here in a minute. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make it.
Oh, Geraldine
I'll say.
comes in there. All right, and Randall seconds, all four. All four say aye. Any opposed? I didn't think so. Let's get it.
Okay.
All four